Seoul and Washington's top nuclear chiefs will meet in Seoul tomorrow to discuss North Korea's nuclear issues and reaffirm their bilateral cooperation in dealing with the regime. Now, discussions on UN Security Council sanctions are also expected during the talks, which, according to sources, are not showing any groundbreaking progress as of now. Kwon Soa reports.
It's the first time for South Korea's Special Representative for Korean Peninsula Peace and Security Affairs Kim Hong-kyun and Joseph Yoon, U.S. Special Representative for North Korea Policy, to sit down for official bilateral talks in Seoul Tuesday. Yoon took office earlier this month, replacing Song Kim. South Korea's foreign ministry said Monday the top nuclear chiefs will discuss North Korea's nuclear threat and other issues surrounding the regime. Yoon returns to Seoul for this meeting after accompanying U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Tony Blinken during a diplomacy tour across Japan, South Korea, and China, with some saying Seoul and Washington want to reaffirm that the two countries' stance on denuclearizing North Korea before anything else, namely before any attempts for dialogue, remain as it is. This, as there has been a number of suggestions from high-profile figures who say a complete denuclearization seems impossible, talks are necessary, and sanctions won't solve Pyongyang's continuous provocations. On the sanctions front, meanwhile, a diplomatic source said Monday that it won't look easy to include a ban of coal exports from North Korea to China, a tough measure the U.S. has been aiming for. The source hinted that a new resolution may not be that much harsher than Resolution 2270 imposed in March, saying Beijing is not as cooperative as it seemed to be earlier, and that both the U.S. and China are still locked in negotiations. While the UN Security Council appeared determined to swiftly come up with stronger punitive measures on the North after it conducted its fifth nuclear test, pundits say the process could take longer than when the last North Korea resolution was drafted, which was almost 2 months after Pyongyang's fourth nuclear test. Kwon Soa, Arirang News.